few bloody branches.
Yeah.
Let me just open that. I'll bail that out while he's pulling that down.
Yep. And this is just freewheeling at the moment.
Yeah.
And then, but you can put the PTO on there, can't you, to wind it back in, can't you?
Yeah.
So if you're taking it down, you put a big weight on the end, don't you?
Yeah, just yeah, anything. I don't know what we use, an old bloody pickup hitch.
Yeah. And then it just winds itself back up, doesn't it?
Yeah. It's an old irrigation reel.
I suppose these are like an anchor, are they?
That's it. You don't really need it pulling them out. You won't pull it over, but when it's pulling itself in,
yeah,
it would. It did. Me and old Bri had it pull over.
Did you?
When it's rolling up irrigation hose, it's a lot. Irrigation hose is a lot
harder work.
Yeah, exactly. It's just a harder pull on it.
Oh, grass grows it the other day was down here.
Yeah, I think it's grown a bit.
Is it likely to ping back and do us?
No, go the other way. Right.
That'll do.
Go back at him.
Can't go too fast, like. I thought you went zooming round, like.
No, you can't. When you've got a long stretch, you put it around post, that takes the pull.
So I just lift it over, do I?
Yeah. Make sure that goes on the bottom strand. No, not now, but when you're putting them up.
Yes, do the bottom first. And you undo one at a time, do you?
If you strap the bottom in, you come to a corner, you have to unstrap it again to get the bottom strand in into your back.
Does that suddenly pull harder?
Yeah.
Are we aiming to go all the way round?
I think we're going to the corner, haven't we? I can't remember, last he was talking at Rex, so I think we were going.
Yeah, I thought we were aiming at going all the way round.
See what I mean?
Yeah.
I'm trying to put it into the corner.
Where will I have to go next? This one, won't I?
No, but that forks will be pulling around that way in a minute.
Oh, okay.
Just make sure it gets under that reel.
Yeah.
Under that. Right, lift off.
Yeah, go on.
Put it above the two strainers so it's up above. That shouldn't hurt nothing there.
There?
When you hit them, it might rip one of them off. Should be off.
Yeah, it was. Yeah. Lynn's already got one in her truck I see this morning.
That was the other day.
Yeah. Bit easy with two. Around this corner post. Around the bottom, yeah?
That's it.
Nice. Every time you wrap it around a post, it gets more difficult to pull.
We shouldn't be pulling around it. Oh, we've got one more corner to pull around it.
So if you're going and the wheel stops,
Yeah.
you know you got to brake. It'd be nice to get all the way around, wouldn't it?
Yeah.
What's the furthest one you've done before?
Not this far.
Not this
In
far?
that field, we had so many little sections, like it's caught around to me. Go back to the post and look and see if we're in a grip around the post.
Okay. What we're trying to do is drag from this corner. It goes all the way round this field, round this corner, and it goes into the next field, up to the corner there. That's where we're trying to get to. But it's a long old pull, and the wire, where you've got cuts in the wire, you have to attach them with gripples, and they act like little barbs. I think farmer said he's got a problem at the reel, so he's just going to play with that. He's getting caught on some bolts or something. But this is my first time doing this, so it's quite cool. Anyway, I think they're waiting for me now. But anyway, we're going to get the wire round. We do one wire at a time, bottom wire, and then we do the top wire. So you have to do the same thing twice, and then do all your connections, put your springs in. I'll show you all that when we get to it. Around these corner bits, because we're so far away from the reel. There we go. There we go, geezy boy.
Just bring it back over that straight.
Bring it back over, yep. We use this one just to get ourselves a bit more wire. Go on in. Oh, I don't want to be at the back of that in case that pings off. That's good, isn't it, to get to there? That must be the longest one you've done.
Yeah, it is.
Bit more? Or is that enough? Yep. We don't usually pull them this long, but we're trying something new today, so. Right, take that off, yeah? You bought that tool, didn't you?
Yeah. Cost a lot of money.
How much? They'd be bloody 40 quid, wouldn't they, in the shop?
They were, I don't know, they were for sale, and I can't remember how much they were. I thought, yeah, I can make that. And it's as simple as that.
It's not all about tension on these wires, is it? It's more about placement on the posts.
Yeah.
And the springs, those springs you put in.
Yeah, I could do that. I'll do that.
You put that halfway across there, you said?
I'm gonna go back out of this and come up the other side, and I'll put it in.
Do you do it before the insulators, or do I go around and do the insulators now?
No, do the insulators.
And then you put it in?
Yeah.
All right.
You just walk round up on the insulators, Matt.
Like that.
I've had 3 seconds at it before you boys.
You just got to remember your insulators have got to be on where the pull of the wire is. So on this post, they're pulling back. Right, I've got a little bit of walking to do. I'm going to be putting the wire on these insulators. I'll show you the tensioners when farmer's done them, and I'll show you the gate, how we do a gate as well when we get to that. But this bit's very simple, and there's several hundred to put up, so this will take me a minute. Not struggling, but
just tread on that side, mate, would you?
yes.
Want with that?
Yep.
You have to just make sure these springs pull down into there, look.
Over those hoops.
What they do, if you don't careful, they don't pull over them, and
They go in the, oh yeah.
they go inside like that, Matt.
Yes. If you wanted double tension, would you just put another set in somewhere else?
Yeah, I'm going to do this, and then I'll do one halfway down that side.
I'm with you, yeah.
It don't take many minutes to do, it's just a job you've got to do.
Yeah.
This will pinch your hand if you're careful. Doing it on these springs.
Yeah. Got it? That go?
Can you just pull that to me?
This one. Let me get her in my insulator first, because that's.
You just hold this string on, Matt.
Yep.
You don't have to go too. You don't have to use too much.
No.
Otherwise, you ain't got enough, especially on a long run like this. Right then, mate. Good again. You can go and stick her in the insulators. I'll be cool.
And where do you put your wheels? Have you got a chop again for your wheels?
Yeah, no.
The wheel just.
Edge that side, look.
Oh, I see.
Pull your clip out, and we'll see.
So these wheels tighten the fence up, don't they? So what, that goes in like.
That's it.
Oh, and then you start twisting.
That's it.
And then these lock it in place.
That's it.
Sweet.
Piece of.
As a fence going up, it's quite very simple, isn't it?
Yeah, it's good.
And quick. You have to do this after, because wherever you've got a join in the wire, this is a gripple, and these work by you poke the wire through, and then as it comes back, it's like a barb. It just won't come back. So you can push a wire through easily, but you can't pull it back ever. If you want them out, you've got to cut them out, pull the wire through. But if you put the wire through the insulators, if it was one wire without gripples in, it'd be all right. But it will snag on these and it'll rip these off, and then you've got another job. We only do one wire at a time. We've learnt this over the past, and if you pull the second wire around, straight away the wire starts twisting around each other and everything gets mixed up, and you end up in a big mucking fuddle, farmer says. So that's a top tip for you. Do one strand at a time. It would be quicker if you did two, because you could do them both at the same time.
And these things, you want them pulling against each other. So
there is a way round. Yeah, there is a way round.
So you want to do them like that, because they're pulling against the plastic, if that makes sense.
And that'll wear through if you get them wrong, won't it?
Yeah, it takes a very long time, that.
Yeah.
It does take a long time. You ain't going to wear it through in 10 minutes. Well, think to yourself, hopping a pair of mold grips every time to do the springs, and every time you forget it. So you just have to pinch your hand and swear and. Yeah, we've done this. That's it.
Sweet. You put a gripple on here to start with, yeah? You know, that takes some pulling just to start it, doesn't it?
Yeah, that's what I say. And just got to go steady. That's all you can do is go steady. Got it, mate?
Yep. Same again then, Kitty boy. We got a kink here, so we're going to have to cut that out, because that will be weak as anything when we tighten that up, and it's where it's looped over and got itself in a kink. But that's got to be cut out. We'll gripple it, join it. I got it here. Brilliant little things, aren't they?
Hey?
They're brilliant little things.
Yeah. Saved a lot of time, don't they? They work fucking fantastic because the electric runs through them. Yeah.
Yeah, they don't.
Right, let's go and get that. I won't do that.
We don't want big tails on here, do we?
No, but we didn't think of that at the time, did we?
No.
Mate, I'll bank on. Right, really.
I'll continue with these then.
Yeah, I'll probably spring on.
Yep. Right. So that was our joiner in the line before, and these will release these now, won't they?
Yeah.
And you get to use that again, don't you?
That's it. And you just got to make sure that those springs are pulled up, the U's into the spring mat.
Yeah.
As long as that's pulled up, it'll be perfectly fine. Did you bring them mold grips where I asked you to bring?
No.
Okay.
You made do last time, didn't you?
I just used my power hands.
What farmer will do now is he'll drive, I don't know, 200 meters up there. Then he'll start walking up the thing, putting the insulators on like we are here. I'll pick the van up, I'll skip ahead of him, and then that way there's not so much walking for everyone then. And you've got your tools and everything you want if you need them. So that works pretty nice. I didn't see that kink, I felt it. I run my hand along the wire and I didn't actually see it, but I felt it. So that was a nice little spot, and it might have lasted until you wound it back up, but you don't know.
100% over.
Oh, and then
it's such a big length.
Yeah.
But we can certainly go some.
You tell me when to stop.
Go on, you're alright so far, mate. We haven't pulling much on the spring yet.
Oh, right.
I'll tell you when the spring goes, and then we'll stop and we'll go and pull it on the other one. Well, you'll start half a turn, I think we'll be where we need to be. That'll do, mate.
Yeah.
What's it feel like on the wheel?
Yeah, nice, tight, taut, but not stupid.
Just a little tiny bit. That's it.
And that, all that does is stops it from coming back, doesn't it?
Yep. Pretty clever.
Simple, isn't it? And these are all electric as well, aren't they?
Yeah. Yeah, they touch your nose on that. Wish they hadn't.
Is this going to go round a certain way?
Right.
Can go either or either.
Whichever way you want to go.
Whatever way it will be, I'm sure it'll be backwards.
Yeah, I suspect there is a way that you up that thing under and it's... That'll do you, mate. That seems to be getting on, you know. Just to there, sweep Donny. Sometimes our buggers get in where they've been bent. Right, now we're going to do the other one because as long as it's tight, it doesn't matter.
And how do you have your springs here? You just have them halfway, do you?
Nah, yeah, I'll just, yeah. Just do it
It's not about taut though, is it? It's not. It's just
well,
about.
If you have them too tight when you've got a lot of corners, mate, you just pull the post over.
Yeah, exactly.
No matter where these go in, that's there.
Either side, doesn't matter now?
Doesn't matter among you.
Sweet.
If you keep them morphed out in the same place, you know what you're blooming doing, don't you?
Yeah.
I tend just to look at them, or just feel the spring, and you can sort of see once.
You can feel it on this thing.
It's when it gets warm that it just got to take up the slack, you see. And it don't matter about it bloody.
No, because when it gets warm, what happens?
It expands, so it all just slackens.
So it all goes floppy, doesn't it?
Let's get pulling the spring now. One more, mate. That's just pulling the spring now. Yeah, that's plenty of that. Let's just say anywhere though, you don't need to put it on, mate, if you don't want. Which one is which?
And those holes are opposite, aren't they? If you don't get them opposite, they won't go, will they?
No. But also, if they've got a little bit bent, they won't go. Hang on, that ain't gone, mate. That ain't gone.
Oh. Sometimes I have to squeeze
Can you
them,
see
don't
it?
you? Yeah.
I doubt if I can squeeze it.
But if you're on your own, you can just loop that in there. It's got a lip on it. And it don't go nowhere, does it? I'll just show you this bit. Anywhere we got a gateway, we put 2 white strands, and we always electrify the strands when they're on. So at the moment they're hooked up to here, so the wire comes, it's joined to this bit here, which then the electric runs from here down the wire. But the moment you take this off, the white strand isn't electrified anymore, so it doesn't arc out on the floor. So you literally, you don't want to touch it when it's connected. So you pull those across. These have got a spring in the back, so it doesn't reach, so they're under tension all the time. You just hook on there, and then that strand is electrified then. And there's under every gateway like this, there's an underground wire, comes up the back, goes down there, underneath, up the other side, and that keeps the fence live even when the gate's undone. Yeah, a bit of post and rail so the cows can't see any gaps. You don't want the cows going behind here and then up behind the wire, you see, so you want to cover those gaps. But that's the finished job anyway. I just got to put a couple of more turns on those springs. We might have to put a couple of springs in this end, but we'll see. Anyway, the electrics are going to come from the other side of the river, so we'll run a strand across the bridge and then it'll all join up and it'll all be electrified then. That side's all nice and taut. I've just got to put a couple of winds on that, on those tensioners, and should be a good job then. But yeah, there we go, a bit of fencing. We always do our own fencing. It's not the hardest job, you know, just learn as you do it. I'm not, we're not teachers, or we're not fencers. We just do our own fencing, if you know what I mean. But yeah, it's a good job anyway. Keep the cattle in nice. Shouldn't have them running about anywhere then. That gate actually there, that gate leads up to the young heifers. And then they've got a mountain of grass. So it all leads onto each other, but it keeps them separate as well. So there we go, a bit of fencing. Our cow back home has had her calf, finally, the last one. So we're just going to go and take a little look at that quickly. This is the last one to calve. I think they said she's getting on for nearly 2 weeks over. Yeah, not quite sure what's happened there, but she's been hanging on to it and hanging on to it. Anyway, farmer's just going to get some spray for his navel. We've been out in the fields, but we've been watching her on the camera. He's been up and sucking, but she hasn't trimmed his navel down yet, so farmer's just going to give it a spray, make sure it stays nice and clean. But anyway, that's it, they're finished, they're done with it. We'll give them a few days, check for horns, get their tags in, get their vaccinations in, and then we'll take them out to the field. That'll be a good job. Right, Patrick's going to die, but our two old farm trucks, that one and that one, they're heading off to the recycling plant today. But I wanted to show you this quick. This is a vent for the door, look. When you close the door, it lets the air pass. And I just thought, how simple is that? That's what they need on, they might even have it on tractors, but on a tractor door, there's so much air in there, they're always hard to close. Unless you got the back window open, then they're easy to close. But look at that for design. That's just, I never noticed it even had that on there, but there we go. They're off to the recycling anyway, just making sure there's no documents in there. I just found one folder, so that was worth checking. But yeah, off to the recycles with them. It's the end of the day. Me and farmer, we got the fence ready over at Coles, so the cows can wander through there if they want. Just been going around the sheds, listing up all the jobs. 20 to 6. You can't start nothing because everything takes time. But me and Dave have got a little job in the morning, just go and pick some shrubs up. Keithy's out there, he's on the, you wouldn't see him very clear, but he's out there, he's picked the mowers up. He's just ticking the boxes on the mowers, so he'll be checking the mowers off. He starts by washing them. Then there's a load of different gear. I'll show you on another video when he starts doing the gearboxes. But he brings them home, washes them off, and then he starts going through the gearboxes, checking the gearboxes over. Yeah, then he goes through the blades, basically just checking machine over, greasing up, making sure it's ready to go. I don't know if we'll be using it anytime soon, but we will soon see. But the guys are coming next week to put the shed up, so we've got some sorting out to do tomorrow in one of the back sheds, getting the shed roof out. Farmer started a combine up yesterday, make sure that was all ticking. We get that out every 3 or 4 weeks. He just gets it out and runs it up, and yeah, just we don't leave it static for too long, that one. But anyway, the video will be long enough. Our fencing job is done. We mended the little bridge where the cows run across. We put some sheets along that. I'll show you a picture of that. That just stops any blind spots for the cows looking down off the bridge, and it also stops any calves getting knocked into the water. Let's have a quick look at this before we turn off. This is the Timothy lay outside the front of the farm here. Oh my god, look at this. Look, there's a lot of spindly stuff on top. Look at this. Look at the cracks going down there. Farmer was just talking about, we were talking about it this morning, about putting some fur on the wheat, you know, the ones that look good, just to try and pump protein up. But if you spread your fertilizer on there, it's going to disappear down those cracks. Anyway, you can see here lots of spindly stuff on top, but there's nothing in the bottom. This is Timothy. This won't be ready for another month before the Timothy starts showing its head. It looks impressive when you look across a field like that. Yeah, there ain't a lot in it. This has had 2 lots of fertiliser. It's had TSP and nitrogen on it. Right, anyway, leave it there. Thank you very much for watching. Make sure you like and subscribe. We'll start bringing machines back. There's a load of servicing around tractors to do. The summer machines will come back. We've got a bit of mucking out to do next week. The guys are coming to put the shed on next week. So there's plenty still going on. And then we've got to start moving stock around, ready for new stock coming in. Which, by the looks of things, doesn't look at the moment like there's going to be a lot. There is supposed to be rain coming tonight. We will see what we get in the morning. Leave it there on this one. We'll catch you next time. Cheers.